So then you got out of there. So what happened really after that?
I went to Western, like I said, I went to population, and I get there, and I find out it's not as bad as, even though there's no air conditioning, the cells are so goddamn small. You walk in, I can almost go like this, touch each side.
And you're with another guy?
The bathroom phone with another old head. Fucking had such a mouth on him, but he was so fun. I would get him wild out. He was just like a little racist, just, I'd just say, yo, this bullshit. You keep getting these parole hits. He got parole hits for dumb reasons.
Yeah.
But he was in there for. But I get there, I get accustomed, and then a week later, they're asking me to go to recovery block.
Yeah.
And, I pretty much said, fuck off. I ain't going there. To that guard, because he should have sent me there from the beginning.
Yeah, exactly.
And everyone is unheard of to put that shit down. Because I'm looking at air conditioning, better times to take showers, because the showers are single showers over the TC block.
Yeah.
When you go to general population, you have 5 tiers, but only 4 of them were open. So the first 2 tiers was a row of showers, and third and fourth tier was a row of showers.
So you opted for group shower.
The showers, it was all stalls with a half a door.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but it sucked.
Stay in front of your mic, yeah.
We only had showers in the morning time during second yard.
Yeah.
And right before dinner. And they would call out, the 4 first or 3 first, and you had to run to get a shower because it was only I guess there was 15 showers. And so many people on the block, so you had to run to it. You don't want to be late for dinner.
Gotcha, yeah, that makes sense.
But I was near the end. So, because I had to take a shower every day because I played basketball every afternoon. Yeah. I always ran and got there right away, got in the shower, and that's where I saw the stabbing go down because there's no cameras in the showers.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Shower
Allowed
so,
to.
the stabbing went down.
So what? You got out of there then? Nothing.
They probably should be allowed to.
That's when I seen swords. I was telling Matt the other day, seen guys, the knives they come up with is unbelievable in prison. The ideas you have to make a weapon for yourself. I seen a guy have a fucking shank this big. It was a fucking sword.
So 3 feet long.
3 feet.
What did you make it out of?
Pipe. That one was made out of. It was a piece of pipe from the from the maintenance crew, but it had a knife on the end. It had It was a piece of metal. It was a piece of steel, and he just sharpened the shit out of it, man.
What the fuck was he doing with that,
dude? This dude, right? He comes in on a parole violation on a new charge of 5 to 10. And he had to do he had 2.5 or 5 originally, and he had 2 years left. Right,
2 years left, and he's using a fucking sword.
He had to finish his 2 years and then roll over on a new number and start his 5 to 10.
All right,
and he gets run down, and before he even when he finally comes back on a parole violation, gets him in Browns at Western State. After 2 months of being in there, when he's looking at he's gonna finish his 2 years and then start another 5 to 10, they run down, they find the sword on him. He got sent to the hole. Pretty much that dude's not making parole anytime soon.
Jesus Christ.
But and everything went. I played basketball every day, man.
What
was great.
What kind of drugs were people doing in jail?
Suboxone.
What else?
K2.
Weren't you saying they snort antidepressants too?
Yeah. No, Neurontins is kind of like a pain pill that's almost narcotic or not.
Yeah. And
they would take, and it's hard to get subscribed to it now in jail, but everyone was getting them, and they come in. I think 1 milligram, 100 milligrams, 200 milligrams, 400 milligrams, 800 milligrams. And the most your body could take is 3,200, but it gets you high all day. You're speeding around, running around like a maniac.
What is this then? Did you say people were snorting
this is called Neurontin.
Okay.
They snort that too, but Wellbutrin.
Wellbutrin.
Is antidepressant / anti-anxiety medication. And it gives you, they call it jailhouse coke. It's real popular now.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't actually subscribe to it no more because of this reason, and they snort it. And they get a coke high for 10 minutes.
Jesus.
Now, when they prescribe you, say you have a prescription for antidepressants, do they just give you a fucking pill bottle full? Yeah, you got to get it.
You got to go to the med cart in the morning.
Yeah,
and
right.
So I never got meds upstate, but you would go in the morning time. Some people have special meds. They go in the afternoon. Okay. And you would go at night. There's like Tylenol and stuff. There's certain prescriptions that you take it back to your cell.
Yeah.
And it's a bubble pack. And you only could get it refilled. Say there's 28 in there, so they know the month's over. You can go get it filled. But stuff like that, certain antidepressants, and that was a hustle for guys. Some guys would get prescribed that stuff when they didn't need it, so they could sell it. Wellbutrin was a big one. Okay. They would get prescribed to it and they go sell it.
How about that stabbing?
That stabbing dude, it was the dude.
Do you care if you talk about that?
Absolutely not, man. The dude thought he was coming for a fist fight, but he got poked the fuck up. Okay. It was gang related. It was in Western State they had a Philly gang and they had a Pittsburgh gang, and they were always
Penguins
fighting.
and the Flyers.
Yeah, pretty much. They were always fighting each other, man.
Yeah.
It was brutal. And, the dude came in. It was a Philly dude that stabbed him the fuck up, man. It came in, and it was supposed to be fists on fists, and dude came out, shanked behind him, and just fucking
Wait, how the fuck did he get a knife
right
in
on the
there?
side in there. Oh, shank. They make shanks.
Yeah, I know. How did he get a shank in there?
Shank
I mean,
where?
into the shower.
Oh, the shower's just like anybody can walk in. Like when
You
we have
walk
shower
in
time,
fully clothed?
when your population, you have when you walk into the shower cage is real long, and you have a little bit of space this long, and you have a wall of showers.
Okay.
With half doors.
Yeah.
So everyone's and there's a bench. So everyone's sitting there waiting for the next because they get filled up right away. So you sitting there waiting for your turn, and then you come in and
The guy stabbed him.
the guy came in, and the reason they fall in there is because there's no cameras.
So there's no cameras, and it was like a scheduled fight. They were like,
Scheduled
"All right, we're
fight.
gonna fucking
Yep.
fight."
That's what happens a lot.
And then he fucking he stabbed him in the side a couple times.
Yeah, kept going right here on the side. Yeah. And
How was that guy fucking obviously
oh,
screaming?
screaming, man, and they gave the knife to somebody else, ran it off, and it was blood everywhere. And I don't know what happened. I know somebody went to the hole, and it might not have been the guy that did the stabbing. It was like
So it's
oh, quick, another funny story. Like I said, I'm so green. I'm in Gradeford, right? And then I'm on the A block, which was still kind of strict, 23-1.
Yeah.
We don't get time to really mingle with people. We're coming back from dinner time.
Mingle's a funny word.
Now, my boy is at the
Christian
end.
Mingle.
This guy's actually named Chris. He's at the end of the block.
Yeah.
Gradeford blocks are so long, and I had to get something from like coffee or tobacco or something. And now, when we came back from the meal, it's supposed to be at your door, ready to go in. So I try to run down and get my stuff from him. So I run down, and the next thing you know, when I'm running down, I hear the gates being open. That means they had this lever that opens up all of the cells in Gradeford and how old it is. So I hear the lever go off, and I'm going down. I'm like, shit, come on, keep going, Phil, keep going. And then they say, lock it in, everyone get in. So everyone goes in. Now I'm at him getting my stuff now when they're saying this stuff. So I'm running back when everyone's in, and I'm so noticeable. All the guards see me, and they go, my state number is LR3892. They call me in the loudspeaker coming to the bubble, which is in the middle of the block where all the guards sit. And they took my ID. I shit myself because I thought I was going to the hole for something so stupid, but I was so goddamn scared. I was like, I can't go to the hole, man. I'm going to fuck my parole and all that stuff. So they took my ID, dude. I was so nervous for 24 hours, and Chris and John were bidding off me. He's like, oh, man, that's not good. Now, it's nothing, really. Now, sometimes it's the main thing to take your ID, but they're not going to take my ID because I went down and got some coffee for somebody. They're not sending me to the hole for that. But I don't know any better. I'm scared to death because they're bidding off me. And then,
What is the hole? What do you got to do?
the hole is 23.
Just by yourself.
I never been in the hole.
Yeah.
I've been in whole-life situations like that 23-1,
Yeah.
but it's way worse. You get no commissary. The only thing you get is cosmetics. And it's just 23 hours that you're locked in.
Locked in your own particular cell by yourself.
By yourself.
For
How long
23
do people
hours.
do this?
Dude, there's guys, and when we get to Camp Hill,
Yeah,
there's this
like you were
thing called the
saying.
Camp Hill riots.
Yeah.
It happened back in the late 80s. There's guys that are starters of that riot are still in the hole from that day.
Solitary confinement.
And there's a
The
story
late
in
80s.
Gradeford.
As long as I've been alive.
Holy
there's in
fuck,
solitary
dude.
confinement. That's fucking
A famous
nuts.
story is there was this biker from Gradeford, was in Gradeford, and he was in the hole for over a year, for a long time. And when he got released from the hole, he was so messed up. He was just so screwed up in the head that the day he got out, he killed a cop. And he says because he was locked in solitary confinement for so long, he might have done actually 3 years. It was a long time.
Okay.
But
So
it mentally drains you.
So what happened when you're in the
With my
Camp
ID?
Hill?
Oh, Camp Hill. So I go to Camp Hill, find about just real strict. Like I said, you have to be at the yards every day. I'm in Camp Hill short because I'm at short.
Yeah.
My minimum's coming up. So I'm in Camp Hill 3.5 weeks. Thank God. Nothing crazy happens there just because it's
So you're out, yeah.
so strict. It just sucked, And Camp Hill is in and out. My old head was on my block, but he was in a different section. But we went to yard together. And like I said, the food upstate so much better. I was right before Thanksgiving. That's right. But the meals were great.
Okay.
But
So nothing really
nothing crazy
noteworthy.
at Camp Hill at all.
But you're saying the
which is
county
strict
it's
as
nicer
hell.
than the county jail.
Nicer, Gradeford and Camp Hill, a lot nicer. You smoke.
So
and
then
stuff.
you go to where, Pittsburgh after that?
Pittsburgh.
How was that?
He wanted to hear about the hooch, but we made hooch one night in Gradeford. Like I said,
Oh, because you
on
made
the Deuce thing.
So that's the liquor. People don't sneak liquor in. You make it.
Yeah, you make it. Now the first celly I had on the A block, 23-1.
Yeah.
Now you locked in 23 hours a day. You're gonna think of some shit together.
Yeah,
Not
of
the
course.
one I smoked deuce with. It's
Yeah.
the second one. His name was Little Irish. He was a stand-up comedian.
Really?
Real funny. He got a 6 to 12 for robbing 7-Elevens with a BB gun. He was a funny bastard, though. He was
Yeah.
my bid. He still writes me to this day.
Was
He's
really?
in Somerset.
He's still in there.
He joined the Aryan Brotherhood.
Whoa, he's a white supremacist?
White supremacist, man. You got Irish. Now, I think the reason is because when you're in Aryan Brotherhood, their sign is the 3-leaf clover.
Yeah.
And if they see you have that on, and the game's really big in that area, and you come in with a 3-leaf clover, you're either going to join them or you have to black that out.
Really?
So I think he
So he
had
joined
no,
the Aryan Brotherhood over
I think
a
he had
tattoo?
no. I believe so. It was over the tattoo.
Shit.
I don't know much about it, but yeah.
Or maybe he wanted to join a little bit,
I
too.
think sure because he did. He was looking at.
What's
he's
he
doing
talking
12
about?
years. I just ask me how I'm doing, man. I got to write him back. I gotten about 4 letters from him. You know,
He's a
every
white
time he's like,
oh, another thing, too.
Fuck, I missed a white supremacist
In
story.
2017,
Fuck.
you're not allowed to have white supremacists. I mean, for obvious reasons, you're not allowed to have white. So he met a guy in jail who was cool, who now he found out is in the white
he's the one.
Brotherhood.
But yeah, Western Maine, like I got general population. I just, I played basketball every day. I stayed out at, the bullshit. That's all I did. I played basketball,
what
came
was-
back and watched my TV.
Did they approach you at
Yeah,
all to
KBTV.
get involved with the bullshit? Were they like,
The big gang was called DMI, Dead Maine Incorporated, which originated in Baltimore. And they had majority white. It was 1 or 2 black guys. But a guy did mention to me, guy was real cool in TC with them, was real cool with them. I said, listen, if I ever want to get affiliated with DMI, I could become a prospect. And in order to get affiliated with DMI, you first get in and you have to fucking beat somebody up. You have to,
Yeah.
And I know 2 dudes, the dude that asked me, his friend was becoming a prospect, and I remember the fight he ran down, and some dude beat the shit out of him. And were they DMI in Western State? They were the biggest gang. Whether you had the 215s, the Pittsburgh gang, your Bloods, Crips, and DMI are the ones that ran. They controlled the drugs in Western State Penitentiary. That's the gang
sure you
that
want
ran
to put
the
this
drugs.
out? This is,
Yeah, I mean, I don't think no one's. I mean, it could be different now. Western State's closed,
yeah, all right,
so
good.
they closed that down.
So what was the? So you got out of there, and then you went to the parole violator centers.
Yeah, well, I
'Cause you got in
made parole August
trouble.
25th, and I can't do parole.
Yeah.
I'm out for a year, I do good for a year, and then I get my second dirty urine. And then I also got like a curfew violation.
Yeah.
I got
So these places, I went and visited you the one time. It's like there's just warehouses in like North Philly that they just chuck like 14 dudes in a room.
well, no, Kintock is a big bunker area.
Yeah.
And you got 60 to 70 dudes in a big open space with bunk
Yeah,
beds, and
bunk beds.
you have
even
4
more
half
than that.
walls. You have a half wall with 4 entrances, and each one had about 9 to 10 bunks. So each one you have 4 of them. So
Yeah.
I
Now
said a
this
lot of
is
guys.
you're out of Western
You're
State.
I'm out of Western.
Yeah.
I'm out
You're
for a
out of
year.
Western.
My first PV hit.
You've
I
been
went
out
to
for a year.
I've been out for a year.
You got a parole violation, and now you're at a fucking
I went to
warehouse,
well,
dude.
bed.
before I went to the
Slumber
PV center.
party.
Yeah.
They had the state-run rehabs. I actually went to a place called Self Help. And if you're a
Yeah.
state inmate, you go there.
Uh-huh.
And what it was, it was actually a regular rehab, but they also had a halfway house for state inmates.
Yeah.
And I was with the state inmates, and I would walk over every day to the rehab side, and it'd just be regular people from the street. Not everyone was on parole and stuff. And I actually got in a fight there with these 2 Puerto Rican dudes that weren't state inmates or none.
They just fucking.
I got in a fight with 2 of those dudes. Got broken up. I got swung on. I swung on them. And then I actually, since I was state inmate and halfway,
Why'd you guys fight? And you
dude, it was trying to take my money. That was it. I was trying to
classic Puerto Rican.
class money. Yeah, trying to take my cash out of my pocket and stuff. I said
Really?
something, they said something back. Then it just got real confrontational speaking.
Yeah.
And then before you know, swinging on each
Yeah.
other. I get kicked the fuck out. I get sent to Luzerne Treatment Center, which is really a PV center, and that shit was hell. I was there, did 60 odd days there.
That was the place that was like they thought you were selling drugs through Amazon?
That's my first PV hit, and I did
Okay.
4 PV hits I'm not proud of. So I do shit.
any PV hits you are proud of? No.
Nah.
All right, go ahead.
I did self-help for 12 days.
Yeah.
That's kind of like my grade for a bit. And then I went to Luzerne, completed that the first time, was out for 2 months. Second PV hit, right? Second PV, this time they sent me to Graterford first. I'm at Graterford for 12 days.
So now you're back at Graterford.
I'm at Graterford for fucking 12 days.
So Graterford, Camp Hill, Western State, some other shit. Now you're back at Graterford.
I'm back at Graterford.
For 12 days.
For 12 days. And then I get sent to my first PV center, Kintock, where you visit me.
Yeah, that's where I got in trouble for bringing you Newports.
Well, I mean,
I tried to slide
we got
in
off on
Newports,
it.
and
We
they
pulled
fucking
it.
kicked me out.
We pulled it off, though.
Fuck?
He smuggled. He got into me. I
did.
mean, yo, the cigarettes
Nice.
were $1 a cigarette in there.
Well, I could have just put them through. The lady's like, you could have just gave them to me.
Yeah, but I would have had to wait till like Monday to get them.
True.
And the block was hot.
Yeah, I was riding,
I needed some coins, man. You
What
wrote it
are
out big
cigarettes
time.
called in jail? Or Newports called in jail?
Cadillacs.
Cadillacs. I could have
Because
guessed
on
that.
commissary, like in Western State, how I survived a lot of stuff was I always bought one. My max was $75 for commissary, and I maxed out every week.
Yeah.
And I would buy a pack of Newports, and with that, it's gold. You can get anything you wanted. One Newport, like whatever you wanted. It's like dumb shit, you know. And then my real young boy, John McNally. I still talk to him this day, man. He was my young boy that rode this. He used to do that. I would give him all my. I took care of him.
Yeah.
Did all the chi-chis. He used to do that. Would split somebody's wig for me in a heartbeat if I asked him to.
You're giving them Cadillacs.
I would give him Cadillacs. I gave him kite. We cooked once a week.
Yeah.
And I would give him, we cooked, we do pack of chili. We had a big every week. The tuna steak and thigh sauce was the biggest. You had like mackerel, tuna, and pouches.
Yeah.
And
How'd you cook this shit?
They were just, the cook with hot water.
Okay,
You know, when you cook it, see, I wasn't too big of a, we had a thing called a stinger, which is a cord you cut off. You cut the end of the one cord, it's the extension cord for your TV and stuff, but you cut it off, you put pieces of metal in it, and you put it in water, and it heats your water up. What he did, you put salt in it in like a container, right? And then you put the stinger in, but you get a separate bag of water. You get like an old coffee bag, put that in water, put that in that water, and put the stinger in, and it heats up the water. Every morning that's how I made my coffee. So I wasn't like, I could have walked down, I could have walked to the chow hall and be like, I'm ready for my coffee this morning, you know?
Yeah.
So I woke up around like, I guess, a lot of times I didn't go to morning yard, wake up like 8:30, take my shit, have my cigarette and steam and, stunk up some coffee.
Sting some fucking coffee up. Where are we at on time?
Oh, we're only almost like around a 2 hour.
Right,
we're
nice.
at hour 40.
What do you think? You're gonna fucking
PV Center, bro.
wild
This is
shit?
where it goes at, right?
All right.
PV Center is one like the white survivors tried to get me to join the gang. They wanted me to be
Hell
in the corner
yeah.
with them. I said hell no, and they just hated on me for that. I did.
Well, how long were you gonna be there?
60 plus days,
So
2 to
why
3
the
months.
fuck would you join the fucking white
Because
supremacists for
you're-
60
you're
days?
in this room, right?
Oh, that big ass bunk room.
Right? And you
Yeah,
had-
all right.
you had
I've
so
seen
many, You
those.
had a lot of gangs though. You had 215.
Yeah.
You had Crips. You had Bloods. You had all the black dudes. You had Puerto Ricans.
Black dudes are gay.
Well, sorry, Muslims.
No, I know what you mean.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Muslims.
Muslims.
Yeah.
Puerto Ricans. I was solo. I was in no gang.
You're a lone
but I
wolf,
fucked
dude.
with everyone though. I was cool with the Puerto.
Yeah.
I was real tight with the Puerto Ricans. Loved me. I was a little poppy, but they were real cool with me. And
So what
I just
happened in this
I would have moved back with the white dudes in the corner.
Yeah.
I was fine where I'm at. I'm not.
I'm not
affiliated
becoming
with
a
you
fucking
guys.
white supremacist. I'm almost
Everyone
done.
hate on you guys, and all the cops are on you. You get shook down all the time.
Yeah.
And they were just haters, man. I didn't do it. They were just, but I had protection in a way, which I did like nothing I paid for, nothing like that. But just like I fucked with every group that no one like. I never got messed because I was cool with
So
everyone.
What happened?
All these different places. So my fourth hit was my most recent one. I got out the end of August, I believe, and these places are worse than jail. You don't get commissary. You depending on where you're at. Kintock was probably the best one. You get 3 meals a day, and the same food they gave us at George Hill Community, Delaware County Prison, is the same food we got at Coleman Hole and Luzerne. This is whoever is privately owned. I was telling you, the same company that owns them owns these places. So I'm at Luzerne, and all hell breaks loose. It's the worst bid. Everyone will tell you this is the worst bid I ever did. It's horrible, man. I can't explain it. You're just locked in this small little room. We're supposed to get 3 yards a day. They barely gave us 1 yard a day. We were starving. They took away our ordering out. We used to be able to get $40 in cash. When I first went, there used to be $75. Now it's down to $40 a week in
order
cash.
pizza on Saturday.
Friday, Saturday, and Sunday to order out pizza.
Sick.
They took that away from us, right?
that's
They
fucked
took
up.
away our money.
I'm operating on about
Now,
$40 a week. I understand that stuff.
Somebody was hating on me, because I was buying cigarettes and selling cigarettes in there, and I was getting a Newport for $5 and making $10 off it.
Nice.
And I was really doing the selling. I had the money in there. I would put money on someone else's books, so I would give him $10, and I would get 30 because you only get $40 a week in cash. So
Yeah.
I had all the cash.
So you had like Swiss
So
bank
I was-
accounts basically
exactly.
with other people.
So I had all the money. I was selling cigarettes, and this time this is my fourth PV bid.
Yeah.
I know the game. I'm
Yeah.
not being fucked with. And it was just hell. They took away everything. Someone said that I was smuggling drugs in through Amazon.
Do Amazon
.com.
Now we go
like drones?
only way
like how
when you
drop
order
them in?
books.
when you first get there, you're allowed a 72-hour drop off. Once you get that drop off, and the last Friday of each month, and beginning Friday of each month, you're allowed another drop off.
So you can only
but
order
in
through
between,
Amazon.
if you want to get anything, coffee,
Yeah.
cosmetics,
That's hilarious, dude.
you had to get it through Amazon or Walmart.
Okay.
Had to be sent there, right? And someone was just hating on me, I was the king at
Yeah,
Luzerne,
yeah.
not to brag, but I literally was.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I just had to pay people to do stuff for me, pay people I would bid off and all that shit. But so it got to the point they took away especially all my privileges. I couldn't get visits no more.
Because they thought you were smuggling
They thought
drugs.
you
You were a
Drugs.
fucking Lannister.
Cause-
You were
Yeah,
fucking
you
Game of
was.
Thrones.
Since they
It's
thought I
a
was-
really good show. You missed it.
I'm just laughing. Now they took away everyone's privileges at first when they thought I was smuggling drugs in. They thought I was going to like, oh, it's all on me. I'm really doing it.
Yeah.
Give everyone back. Fuck no. So everyone got their shit taken away, and we had nothing. Like, we're starving. The food
Yeah.
sucks. Sometimes the food. We were trying to do a hunger strike because they wouldn't give us
Trying
enough
to do
food.
the
We did a hunger strike. We
How long
lasted
that last?
like 10 of us last 3 fucking days.
Fuck.
Yeah, it wasn't that long. Because you had to be unity. Everyone had to stick
Yeah.
together. Now our next big idea was so the hunger strike didn't work. What worked next?
Hunger strike. Who broke it? Who was the first guy to be like, you caught
It
somebody?
was a group of people. It was a lot of people.
Okay, that you're all like,
well,
fuck
10
it.
of us stayed 3 days. 10 of us did do it for
Jesus
3 days.
Christ.
And it, like pretty much
What was
we were
it?
only
You
10 that
not
did
eating
it.
at all?
It's not
Or just
eating.
like-
We eat nothing at all.
Jesus
we went
Christ.
to the vending machines.
Yeah.
But that's it. We would eat their meals.
I got you.
Okay.
We got 3 meals a day. They'll serve us. We would eat their meals. And it was, like I said, that food was horrible. Counter
Yeah.
food. So
So what was the
the
second
hunger strike
plan
didn't
of
work. Second
retaliation?
thing was to what was that? Oh, now people would run from there all the time, and you would take the fire alarm to run. Now you're on parole, you run from this place, you get absconding charge. But the fucked up thing is, when you get caught, depending if you've been running more than 6 months, then you can go to Gradeford and get a 3
You mean
to
run
6
from
month
this
hit.
place like literally?
You can just walk
Run
out the door.
walk out. You can't
Walk
just
out
walk
the-
out the door. You got to take the fire alarm or go during yard time.
and just fucking leave.
You can leave. But you have to run from it, because if they catch you, you're in trouble. But like I said, it's called absconding. But if you're on the run for more than 6 months on parole, you're going to get 3 to 6 month hit, maybe 9 in Gradeford.
Yeah.
But if you're under 6 months, I know guys that just ran from this place and turned themselves in. You go to a PV center. Now this wasn't really considered PV yet. I think nowadays it was called treatment, but it was no like we went to like 3
Yeah.
groups a day.
It's
So
called treatment, but there's white supremacists.
exactly.
Yeah,
Crips.
yeah.
So
You're selling cigarettes.
So you run
Yeah.
from this. There's guys that would run from this place, turn in parole right away. Now this was you're doing
Why? 'Cause they
minimum
go
60
somewhere
days.
else?
You would go to either Kintuck or Coleman Hall and do 30 days because that's the new rule that just changed. When I did Kintuck, it was 60 plus days. When I went to Coleman Hall, I did 34 days.
So they'd run to a place
it
and
was
do
a new
less
rule.
time.
They do less time.
That's so funny.
Now, I had such a bad parole record. You don't know what's going to happen to you low.
Yeah.
Like I had a bad parole. If I took that chance, I might have been. They told me to max out Gradeford. I wasn't taking that.
For another.
So we're doing 60 plus days in this place in this hell, and it's so bad. So they stopped. What they did was they turned off the fire alarms so nobody could run no more.
That can't be
A
legal.
guard, exactly, it's not illegal. And a guard told us about that. So what we did was somebody go on the payphone and we called the fire department.
Yeah.
Now when the guy's on the phone calling the fire department, he goes, "Listen, I need to talk to a staff member." I get on the phone, pretend I'm a staff member. I tell them what's going on. They sent in.
What'd you actually say to the fire department?
I said, "Listen, my supervisor, some reason he's being bald headed and he won't let us turn on the fire alarms. But I think it's a real risk for these kids, for these inmates in here. if something were to go off, they're in a
Also,
small,
bring some
isolated
Newports.
place.
Bring some Cadillacs, would you? Bring a fucking come down here, bring a pack of Cadillacs.
That's what we needed too. We try to get it when we got pizza delivered to us. We're trying to find somebody because a Kintock had happened.
Pizza
People
delivery
will smuggle stuff into pizza, cell phones and stuff. Cell phones and
with the pie.
In the pie,
Nice.
because you weren't allowed cell phones in it. But
Wait, so what happened now with this guy?
All right,
you
so
calling?
I told them all the stuff on the thing. They actually come to the place. Now, like I said, it is like a jail. There's the front, and we never can see the front unless we get called up for urines or called up to get mail. So, but someone went up there and saw there was the Philadelphia Fire. I forget what region it was or whatever district. They were there.
Yeah.
And what they did was supposedly they just turned on the switch real quick to make sure the fire alarms worked back.
okay.
So that's what they did.
So you guys got
so they
thwarted
do
on
that.
your
So
second
it's
attempt.
second attempt.
Your second coup.
Third attempt. This is
Good coup,
this.
though.
This is
Were you excited when they got there? Were you
so excited.
happy? Were you
We
laughing?
wanted the place to shut down so bad. It was so bad,
So it wasn't
man.
like a prank. It was like a pretty serious
We wanted.
situation.
Listen, now right before this next one, what we were trying to do, there was a mouse running around down. We were trying to kill the mouse, and what we were going to do on food, we're going to have somebody call KYW or Fox News, and we're going to put the mouse in the food while Fox News was on their way. Because supposedly someone said they did this before at either Coleman Hall, and the place got in a lot of trouble. There's all this media attention and shit. We tried getting that shit, but we could have killed that fucking mouse. Pain in the ass, man.
Yeah,
And
doing
listen,
circus tricks in someone else's room.
I'm like one of the leaders in this big group. Me and a couple guys trying to get this place shut the fuck down.
Problem.
It was
sounds
leadership.
like you're over
I know.
as a leader on this.
It even gets worse, man. It gets a lot worse than this. So then we're plotting on our next thing, dude. Our next thing is ready.
Sounds
we,
fun.
We decide.
Sounds like a fun time.
We decide to light the place on fire.
All right.
Yeah.
Maybe a little less fun than I was hoping.
Now, we're definitely going to do this. And the guy's like, well, if you kick the hole in the wall, I'll light the fire. I said, bet. No problem. I'll kick any hole in the fucking wall as long as you light it on fire. Now, I would have lit on fire if I had to because I was kind of, I was really going for trying to get this place down. I was really dedicated to it. And I would have went beyond because I was maxing out in 3 months. What the fuck are they going to do to me?
Yeah.
So when he said, listen,
you
if
probably
you
get a lot of trouble for burning it.
and if you kick the hole in it, I'll light it down. I said, absolutely. I'll kick as many holes as you want. I thought I had to
Where'd you
be
kick
part
the
of the
hole?
job. Now, the only place you could light the fire was in the bathroom. And the reason to cut the hole, we're trying to light the insulation on fire. No, we could have done it in the room because there's cameras and you would see what room it is, who it is, and it could have happened. And we get in trouble.
Yeah.
So in the bathroom, you're going to get away with it. But there was tile around the whole bathroom tile walls that went up about 5-6 feet, whatever. So I had to kick up high. So I went into the first stall in the middle bathroom, and we used the middle bathroom because that's the only bathroom that had a front and back exit. It's in the middle of the building, So I went into the first stall.
So you couldn't tell who was coming in and out.
They couldn't tell he was coming in. We planned out. We had 3 guys go in. Me and 3 other guys went in, and then 2 went out that way. 1 went in that way. And I stayed a little bit. I lift myself up off the. I went in the first stall. Lift my hands on the side. Pull myself up and did a Jackie Chan jump king, dude, and boot the fucking hell out of the wall, dude.
Yeah.
Now listen, it was a perfect kick that, like I was telling Matt, the FBI really want to investigate it. They would have saw my shoe, my size, and what was said on my shoe. It was so obvious that I kicked the hole in that fucking wall. So I kicked the hole in the wall, and then I come back to the room. So the hole's kicked, and he's clowning. He's like trying. Didn't think I was going to kick a hole in the wall. Are you serious? The shit we done here, you don't think I want to kick a hole in the wall? Well, we don't know. It was a good idea, and it took him a while, and finally got him to do it, and it just wouldn't catch on fire.
He was trying to light the sheetrock on fire.
They were trying to light the insulation on fire.
Yeah.
So I went with him to prove it to him, and I see he had the flame right to it because we're not allowed to have lighters anyway in this place.
I would imagine.
So he was trying to light it on fire, and it just would have lit on fire. So 4th attempt failed. 5th attempt was.
At any point during the burn the entire building down, were you, like during that plot, were you guys ever just like, maybe we should try to find that mouse again? Seems a little risky.
We made a trap to try to catch them. We put food, and I forget the trap, but it was a weird trap, man.
The old shoebox with a stick?
No, it was something like that. I can't think of it, man, but it was something like that.
What was your final attempt?
My final attempt, it was, we wanted to flood the bathrooms. We wanted to flood the place, put it on the water.
This is like biblical fucking.
Dude.
It's like Moses.
You're the Moses of a PV center.
So the one bathroom where I kicked the hole, we, the sink and all the pipes were exposed. McCluskey, the kid, you know, it was pretty much my right hand man and doing all this time shut us down. He does it first. He donkey kicks the first pipes and they just come off perfect. So there was about 5 sinks there, so we knock out all the pipes in the sink and we start running the water and get out. This is at like 11. This is after the last count before morning. I think they do one more count before that, and the place got a lot of water. But all it did was get more fucked up for us because we didn't flood it.
It just made everything wet.
Made everything wet. And also, bathroom we had to use to take shits in, and it was so bad because it was urinals. The guys were putting toilet paper in the clogging the urinals. They just they made the bathroom so much nastier for us, and we just helped them even make it nastier. Like that's where I take shits at in the middle of the night. Now the bathroom was right across from my hall. Right across from my room. Now I had to walk around. All around the corner, all the way down the hallway to use the bathroom at nighttime when I take a piss. Because the bathroom was shut down for like a week and a half. Right? It's crazy, man. Then the fucking maintenance guy comes in. This is when we kind of felt bad. And because he's the one that patched my hole. He had put worst was seeing him underneath the sink putting the elbows back in the pipes and fixing them. And he gives his big meetings.
After that harsh donkey kick.
Yeah, 5 donkey kicks. But like it was like that stuff along with like, people putting toilet paper in the urinals and stuff. He had this big speech with us and they listen, guys, I have kids. Yeah. Because you guys had to stay here a couple hours later, and spend time with the kids. We're like, oh shit, man, it kind of sucks. None of these temps were working, so
you just got out.
Yeah, I got out. Yeah,
that was it.
That was it, man.
Have you written a strongly worded letter to that place to help the guys still in there,
dude? I said that every time the first time I was in there, and everyone says it, but once you get out,
you're
it's just
fuck
but
that.
I kind of want to though.
Fuck it, you're out.
How we're treated in there is so unfair because it's privately owned. Like you said,
that's terrible.
And it's just
privately owned shit.
What they do is really not. They're not. It's unhumane. Some of the stuff they do to us. How they feed us. It's horrible, man. And just
dude. The reviews,
someone needs to step up.
The reviews when you go to the one Kintalk place, people Google review it, I guess, to kind of get like their grievances out. It's so fucking funny. The one lady's like it's like where the fuck is it? The one was like a bunch of Muslim bitches. It's so fun. Very lazy staff. This place is a joke. The guards it's 1-star review. The one was a 3-star. Very lazy staff. The other one's 1-star. This place is a joke. The guards are wastes of space. They're too busy hanging out talking with each other. To make matters worse, most of them are Muslim that work there. The blacks get to cut the line.
Sounds like the white supremacists got a hold of Google. It sounds like they got a hold of something.
This is a Google review. The blacks get to cut the line during visiting hours. The workers watch them do it and just laugh like they're old friends. They get special privileges. They're just saying basically like it's better for blacks.
Such a fucking funny...